You thought you grabbed hold of them, but there's one stone left in the strange pile that he's sitting on.
I'm feeling a bit threatened. I'm going to get a little club out.
It's not quite a big club situation.
Like, where did he go? What? And
I'm going to
very confused.
I'm going to see this and lay a calming hand on your shoulder.
Is it okay?
Gesture to put your little club away. We do work for him.
Bad.
Yes. But don't punch.
Club? I think I'm staring into a bit of a rage because it's trying to get me and I'm not very happy. I think it's a big club problem. So I've got them all out again.
That is such an awesome characterization from just choice of weapons. I love
Two types of problem.
Yeah. Big club problem, small club problem.
So I'm just going to give a jolly good thump, really.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to it.
Once upon a time, nestled on the cusp of newfound prosperity and enchanted discovery, lay a quiet and pretty hamlet, Antoli. It was a sleepy, idyllic jewel, but its blooming herb gardens with plants of mysterious, mystical properties began to attract a range of botanists, alchemists, and curious cultivators, nurturing this enchanting place into a burgeoning mercantile hub.
You're telling it wrong.
Excuse me?
That's so dull. You missed out all the very best bits.
I haven't even started the story yet. I'm setting the scene.
Well, your audience is already asleep.
What audience?
Let me try. Once upon a time, in a dull, backwater town, lived the most talented and beautiful performer on the whole of the Sword Coast.
Hang on there.
After years of performing to the same three boring old men, our virtuoso finally had a captivated audience coming to see her as a reward for a day toiling in the rough soil of the stinking herb gardens northeast of the town. A hush descended upon the dancing Bugbear Inn as a vision in rainbow sequins emerged into the night.
I think you're off track here, Pixie.
With the strum of a lute and a flash of sparkle, the sweetest voice called out to the enraptured crowd. Good evening, Antoli. For your entertainment tonight, you are in the presence of the one and only Pixie Rogue. Neither a pixie nor a rogue, but I will still enchant you and steal your hearts tonight.
Pixie, this has nothing to do with the fraction.
I'm getting to that. But before this gem of musicality could begin her song, a strange sensation fell over her crowd, which had nothing to do with her astounding performance. It felt like a rough kiss.
Pixie, no.
Well, you know what I mean. It wasn't unpleasant, but it didn't feel gentle. The air felt warm yet clammy, a shiver going up the town's collective spine. The night, once glitter and magic, felt foreboding and unforgiving. And yet, there was a song of hope in the air, of new adventure, of new friends. Whatever this cold chaos of the stars had in store, Antoli would change forever.
That's a good description, Pixie. Wow.
You sound impressed. Weaving words is just what I do.
Let me continue then. The plains, the gods, the skies, and the hells had collided. The landscape had shifted seemingly irreparably. More strangers, not just those here for the town's curios, flooded into the town from not just miles but universes away. Forest paths wound into the ocean floor. Desert sands littered the green fields. Nothing would be the same again. They called it the...
I want to say it. I want to say the line.
All right, go ahead.
They called it the fracture.
Good. You guys can continue up, and as you get onto the peak, it's this like wide kind of area. It's kind of a bit of a dip, not like a big dip, but it's a little bit of like a large dip. Maybe we'll say it's like something vaguely this big. And there's maybe like a bit of a cave, bit of a cave here, and there seems to be so you might have come up like going this way, and seems to be a little bit of a stream that's kind of coming down, but it seems to be going down into the mountain a little bit. Not a lot of water, just a little bit of a dribble here, but it's seemingly going down. Who's at the front? Are you two again? Could you both give me perception checks as you pop up?
15.
Gideon's getting drowsy on top, so he's sort of nodded off a little bit.
What did you roll?
One.
So
Plus 1.
True.
as you try to block out the snores from above you, you can notice further on, like in the cave, there seems to be, seemingly it looks like a figure in there sitting on several like rocks, somehow balanced. You have no idea, and you've been carrying this on your head for the last few hours, but that is, and they seem to be, quite calm, deep in some sort of thoughts, eyes closed, their hands outstretched, and they seem to have a large shell on them as part of their body, and they seem quite
On the back?
Yes, they seem quite zen, quite undisturbed.
Until?
Oh, man!
Oh, is he up here, is he?
Oh,
Or down here?
Her man is snail?
No.
I'll say
What kind of shell does it look like?
Yeah.
as you come up, give me nature checks or history checks to see if you know
It's like
what
Minus
this looks like.
one.
I'll do nature, I guess.
Oh, 17.
15.
Gideon's still asleep.
Wow.
I have also
two
fallen
nat
asleep.
ones.
Was it nature
Two in a
or
row
history?
Yeah.
I also join you.
I just love it. It's like mystic guy on a mountain who must be used to receiving
7.
petitioners and whatever, and then this giant guy just stomps up and bellows herb man in his face.
Okay, with a 7, this is obviously a snail to you, yes.
Okay.
Big snail.
17.
So with your 17 and
15.
with your 15, guys, I think with that you might have come across or at least heard of tortles before.
I probably haven't, in fairness.
Probably
So
haven't.
maybe even with a 15, I won't recognise it.
Because I guess from where you're from, there
I'm
wouldn't be
from a place that's full
I-
of desert.
Yeah,
Definitely haven't heard of
amphibians
them. I might have just worked out, like, oh, I guess it's a turtle. I guess turtle people exist now.
Yeah, you probably
Yeah.
recognise normal turtle animals exist, and hey, this is a big.
Yeah, there's been plenty of animal people around these days, so
Yeah,
I guess
you
he's a
might
turtle
have heard of
person.
the tortoise from Cholts, because you're from Forgotten Realms. That's where they're from, and sometimes one comes wandering around.
Maybe one of my children's books for me kids has a turtle in it. Oh, it's one of those, is it? Oh, okay. I guess they're real. Okay.
I feel like as you call out Herb Man to this turtle, he just one eye will kind of open and then close, and they'll just smile, and they're like, "Oh, what should I do?" I'm like, oh.
Well, just to give you a second to gather your
Yes.
thoughts, can I raid your pantry for biscuits or something similar?
Yes, you obviously can. Tim.
Sorry.
Do you want something sugary for your?
No, just biscuity. We'll be fine.
I think there's some biscuits over there. You can look at.
Super, thanks.
Whenever he said the goat, I imagined him talking like a sports fan would be about. Like,
It's Herb Man, the most terriblest superhero ever. Does your problems need herbs? Great. If not, well.
Can your problems be solved by being stoned?
I'm thinking something like, yes, a bit of an old man, yes. No. What can I do for you all?
Thrash Maker.
Help.
Hello.
Come, help.
Have you ever had like issues with people turning to stone? Back in village down there, everyone's turning to stone. Well, not everyone, but a few people are. It's not that good for them, like, because the stone keeps like creeping upon them. And they said you might be able to fix them, like.
They would gesture to like a few rocks that are again impossibly kind of balanced. While he's sitting on quite a stack, and there's like 3 of them kind of stacked aside. He goes, "Come sit. Tell me your woes."
Okay then. Well, my woes are quite a lot actually. Because I nearly died a couple of times coming up here, and I accidentally killed a goat. I hope I'm not like offending you or anything by accidentally killing that goat. But it threw itself off the cliff, and it really upset me, to be honest. I don't like seeing things setting on fire and then killing themselves.
Oh, the goat. He was my best friend. I knew him for decades.
Sorry about that. It was a bit. I don't want to kill. He's kind of getting really teary eyed. I didn't want to do it. It was.
Nah, I hated that guy. Anyway, yes. Well, come tell me your woes. I'm happy to hear.
Well, all we need from you is a simple remedy that can turn stone to flesh.
Right. I just accidentally threw this off. Sorry, continue.
It's a simple remedy that can turn stone into flesh. Do you have such a remedy?
I might do. Please, have a sit.
I
have
sit
a
down.
drink.
I sit down. I kind of go into a zen place, like I was at my my little bishop hut.
Go now!
Do you feel the wind, the air,
I do.
breeze?
I do.
How does it feel?
The wind is beautiful. It is peaceful. I am one with nature.
How does it sound? Peaceful.
Alan is just sitting really uncomfortably. He can't find a good spot to sit. He's getting really annoyed by the wind, and it's really cold for him.
I'm very much like, we've come to find you, we found you, now it's time to go, and getting very like, why are we talking? I'm not understanding, it's time to go.
I start like humming, like
Refuse to sit down.
Big one, come join me. Have relaxation.
come on guys, just come on, relax.
On this beautiful day.
No, I'm not. It's not a beautiful day. There's a bunch of clouds. There's no sun. It's absolutely freezing here. The people that don't know turn it to stone. Like you don't hear me correctly. I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation. They're getting killed by the stone.
I'm going to take Gideon off my head. I'm going to go and pick up the herb man, and I'm going to carry him with us. The issue is everyone's talking, and we just need to get him and go.
All right, as you give me a strength check as you go to pick him up.
20!
It's a crit.
Where's the plus one?
Crit strength, it'll be +3.
Where am I looking? Oh, top, yeah, +3.
If it was an athletics check, it'd be +5.
23.
Right, you heave him up. It's much heavier than you thought. And you look down and there's a big stone in your hand, and you look back and there's one stone left in where you thought you grabbed hold of them, but there's one stone left in the strange pile that he's sitting on.
I'm feeling a bit threatened. I'm going to get a little club out.
It's not quite a big
And
club
I'm
situation.
like, where did he go? What? And
I'm going to
very confused.
I'm going to see this and lay a calming hand on your shoulder.
Is it okay?
And gesture to put your little club away.
Look, do you not care about the people down there at all?
Guys, let's sit down. relax for like a
Is the
couple
guy
of
in
But
minutes.
this is
Or is he
relaxing.
disappeared?
Nothing
No,
about
he's
this
still
is
there.
relaxing.
Oh, he's still there.
It
Just.
seems
Well, maybe you sleep,
Either
and
she
I might be
picked up the
able
wrong
to get
or
to
some
this
trickery
remedy,
happened,
because
I'm not
it's
sure.
quite clear that none of you are able to relax.
I don't want to relax. I want to go home.
While this is going on, Gideon's tapping into his inner instincts and he's looking around for herbs and seeds.
Give me a nature check.
11 plus -1. 10.
With the 10, you'd see there's quite a lot of stuff growing around. Yeah, there's a few various bushes of things of different colours and leaf shapes, and some of these look. I feel like you've seen some of these before. Maybe these some common herbs you've heard of, and you're like, oh, I know that one. That's like burdock root or something, or oh, that's a couple of them. There's a lot of stuff you don't know around.
I will take over the burden of whatever from Thrash. Excuse me, are you old Joe?
I think of myself as young Joe, but with much wisdom.
How old does he look?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he's a tall son.
Yeah, who knows?
You can probably history again. So if you know about these turtles,
Not 20.
oh wow, you just about heard of turtles before, but for some reason you just specifically know one fact about them, and that's age. Like you're like, oh yeah, they can live for a long time. You're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I remember hearing about these guys can live for a long time. You're not 100% sure, but you're like, oh yeah, it could be like 300 years or something
Okay,
like
yeah.
that.
Just pluck a figure out of nowhere.
Just to fucking figure out nowhere.
Good. I assume it is the villagers' nickname for you. Can you help them? They are under some kind of enstonification process.
Stone.
Yes, that is what I said.
I can indeed. But how are you going to help them if you can't help yourself?
Exactly, guys. Relax.
And how, in your opinion, can we help ourselves?
Relax.
Relax.
Okay, I
Listen
go
to old Joe.
absolutely still. Like literally absolutely still. I'm not even breathing. I'm not even making the kind of small swaying motions that anyone else usually does.
Alan.
Very impressive.
For how long must we do this?
But we need to get the guy who stop the storm.
You're not helping the situation.
What?
Please.
Well, I'm trying my best.
We just need to relax, and you can't relax.
I'm trying. Well, I'm trying. but
Would you
there's
like me to help you relax?
Yeah, if you can, please.
Okay, I'm going to bring out the old command again. Calm yourself, Alan.
Can you command emotions?
You can kind of to do things, so I'm pretty sure you at least.
I can try.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you the command calm,
Okay.
which is a little bit odd.
I'll try and be calm. I'll at least stop moving, I guess.
I'd say with that magic spell that you cast, that you would feel suddenly a little bit calmer. You've mostly
I think
just
I'd say okay, so go for it.
mostly you've just gone into a position, like you've just sat down.
Yeah.
Somehow you've been able to bounce on some of these rocks, which you don't feel like you'd be able to. And as long as you're within your mind and think about it too much, you can. But you feel calm just because you're now in a nice position, like a calming position.
Okay.
And you've been distracted by this command.
Yeah. Okay.
I was going to say as well, it's sort of, it sort of feels like, at least for a brief second, your, I guess, emotions have just been blanked.
Yeah.
And then you're back to
Your
yourself.
brain turned off for a moment and turned
yeah.
back on.
Can you do that again? I quite like that. Can you
Getting addicted
Can
to
you keep me in that forever, please?
Let me check. I mean, I can do that one more time. But
What is your name, oh angry one?
Me, Thrash.
Thrash? A good name. I believe you could do with a lesson. And he'll kind of glide down from the stones, and the kind of stones will wobble a bit and then collapse back down behind him. Wow. you want a remedy for curing the stone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I will need certain ingredients in order to make this brew.
Well, surely you have them yourself.
No.
You're not very good herdsman, are you?
There are many herbs in this area. I do not stock the ones you require. If you find them, it shouldn't take too long. I can brew you what you wish.
Then which herbs must we find?
Well, I would need. He seems to say so. We say without even, particularly thinking. Well, to get rid of this stone sleep you speak of, I would first need a mandrake. Helps make the base of what I'll be brewing.
Good luck for him.
I would also need. Actually, I'll do it in a different direction. Mandrake. You can find them nearby. If you head down, he points towards maybe this side. There's a little hollow of mandrakes. The root that screams. Yes, quite the bother. Well, I would also need a frost shard. There is a cave down below where an old friend sleeps. He would be able to. He sleeps in the warmth, but awakens in winter. He might be able to get a shard of ice off him, a frost shard. And also, I would need some petrified honey, of which there's a hive located down below, I believe, which has been petrified. But I'll be here. I can tell you where to start, and you may go and find these things.
Can I roll a medicine check right now to decide
Yes.
to see if I can figure out whether he's talking bollocks or not?
Yeah, you can. Roll me a medicine check.
No, we're out of combat, so I don't know what I was worrying about. 21.
With the 21, what's your understanding of alchemy or potions or?
Extremely detailed when it comes to the preparation and preservation of bodies and flesh. Extremely undetailed when it comes to most other things.
Okay, so fairly not too far off what's being dealt with, the idea of.
I suppose petrification, yes.
Yes, although maybe...
sort of preservation.
Yeah. You in all your preservation of bodies and things, you've never used mandrakes or frost shards or. I mean, you might have used
petrified honey. I don't know.
That's
one my bullshit radar was going on.
Might have used honey before, but you're not familiar with this. You don't know if there's some weird difference way of brewing potions in this lands, but you're immediately that doesn't chalk up with my experience necessarily, but who knows?
Okay, so I don't immediately think that's rubbish. Cool.
I've just got no idea what any of these are, what any of it means.
Have
Have you ever tried growing more simple things? Have you ever tried growing, beetroots and radishes?
Yes, help yourself. There's a beetroot in the corner there.
Oh, I grew enough of those myself. I think
You should grow a beetroot. I do. Well, to each their own.
Mm-hmm.
But the mandrake would be useful. They can get started on the brew.
Then I suppose we had better go there first.
Yeah.
Khas is not impressed with old Joe.
The Tortles.
Oh, is that what he is?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's a Tortle, yeah. No, they live for a while. He's a pretty old one.
Tortle pain in the ass.
go to the mandrake.
Yeah, let's go down
Guys
to a
can
hollow.
go down.
Who's leading the way?
Down,
I think we have a
You've
leader.
established. Yeah.
Where we go?
This
Why?
way.
Why not village?
Must find
Herbs.
herbs.
Found herb man.
Herb man need herbs.
Get herbs. We get herbs. Herb man. Get herbs. Mix herbs. Yeah.
Can we, if we sort of walk away, and when I judge that we're like well out of earshot of this guy, I'll explain further to Thrash. Herbman, massive fraud. We do work for him.
Oh, bad.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
But don't punch.
Club. Okay.
Great. We can see you guys come down into Hollow. I'll draw it over and maybe I'll just draw it like in this corner here or something. It'll be much further down, but just save for room. So you guys are able to head down into a hollow. There's lots of plants all over the place. But there's also what you see to be several kind of so there's kind of like leaves little out of the. Make sure to do it 4 because if I do 3, it's going to look like something else. There's kind of a few different.
2 of the leaves are much smaller than the other one.
There's a few different kind of. They look like tubers or something. Like you can kind of see like a yellow kind of colouring to it, and they kind of come up in a little stalk, and there's some leaves. But there is a particularly
big one.
Particularly big one with vines that seem to come out from it.
We should go for the big one.
What? Why? It's gonna
After you, my friend.
Big, better.
Send it scream, isn't it?
Agreed.
It's gonna scream at you. Okay.
So do you literally just walk carelessly up to it and start to yoink?
I'm just like,
Help.
hello, good sir. I want to pick you up and take you to Herbman.
I would say pretty much as soon as you step on.
I am beginning to believe you when you say that he is the mad one.
Just roll me a d4. I want to see whether you step on the roots in your haphazard walking. And if you've come up as well, Chloe, if you could roll me a d4 as well.
Yeah. Oh,
One.
fuck.
Oh, well.
And the next command, roll initiative.
2.
Okay, well. I would say that as you come up to talk to it and you step on one of the roots, they instantly start writhing around and drawing in. And can you guys roll me initiative?
Slippery thing.
Yes.
And we're back in combat. That's 4 for me in total.
4, so even worse than last time.
Yep.
Dirty 20 for me.
To be honest, it's just funny.
15.
I don't mind rolling well out of combat because there's quite a lot of out of combat stuff.
Tom?
10.
That's cool.
Okay. And that's right.
Ah.
So did you accidentally come with us?
Yeah,
You might still be asleep, but
you haven't even woken up. You'll just be rudely jerked awake when some vine tries to wrap itself.
Great. So I'll say that Sam, So Alan's able to react first. You start to see these vines whipping around quite maliciously, and the main large plant starts to stir, and it seems to starts this kind of like low screeching, and it's starting to ramp up, but it's not too bad right now. It's not a nice sound, and yeah, these vines are starting to whip around your friends. What do you do?
I'm like, oh, and I think I will cast Bless. I'll cast There I Am and I'll bless everyone.
You can use it this time, Tim, because you don't get to use them in the main campaign.
Who's being blessed?
Do I get to choose who's being blessed? Is it? I thought it was
up to 3.
It's on like melee attacks, right?
It's on any attack rolls,
Okay.
saving throws, and ability checks.
You know what? I will
Just
bless
say throws,
everyone
attack rolls.
except Bishop Benedict Buzzington.
So, 1. Is that me or you?
Yeah, I'll bless
I
you.
don't mind. You can bless yourself.
I'm not gonna attack much.
No. Okay, then.
Actually, are you gonna attack much?
Yes.
Well? Okay.
I don't really do healing. I do death.
Anything else from Alan?
Well, here's my. I don't really want to move. I think I'm good. I'm probably get in a better position to like spell attack. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go here. Oh wait, let's get 6. Let's go here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my turn.
Great. We'll then move to Barney, to Gideon.
I'm just gonna.
Bless everyone except Bishop Benedict.
I snap awake. I see a vine whipping along, and I just strike out at it with the sword. Give it my best shot. So,
Go ahead, roll.
what should I roll? 14. Is that plus anything, or is it
Yeah, add
just
your attack.
attack,
thing.
which is
So whichever one of these you're doing. Sword, is it? Or
sword would be. I did make a note.
Oh,
Somewhere.
they're not there. Okay, it'll be.
I'm sure I made a
Are
note.
you attacking with your dexterity or strength?
I've got 1d8 slash.
That's the damage.
That's damage. It will be strength.
Okay, so it'll be your plus 3, and it'll be your proficiency bonus as well. So total of plus 5 to hit.
That's 5.
Does it get a bonus on for the bless?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you also get a 1d4 for the blast. So roll yourself a
Is
d4.
bless just
D4.
it doesn't. It's not for damage, just for attacks, right?
Yeah, just to hit roll.
Okay.
But yes, also
There's
roll a d4.
D4. Where is he?
So that's a 14 plus 5 is 19.
Thank
Plus
you.
whatever this is.
4.
23.
23, that hits. You strike the vine, roll for damage.
So now that's your 1d8 slashing, but you
Oh,
also
sorry,
add.
so
Yeah, only
1d8.
You
Which
also
was
add,
the-
not your proficiency bonus, but you do add your strength bonus to that, so it'll be plus 3.
Oh,
Nice.
11.
Oh,
Wow.
11 damage. Great. You wake
This is
up.
bad. He's going to be making the monsters harder next time.
Yeah.
We keep rolling max damage.
Out of pure reaction, you slice and cut straight through this vine, and you hear a screech from this something below you as you were
Standing on
sleeping.
my head, yeah.
But this vine collapses down, green goo spraying out. So that's great. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, I'm going to stick with my body for now.
You're not going to fly off to safety?
No, I'm into the fray. I'm a little fighter.
Mm. So we'll then move, well, to the big thing. So,
Uh-oh.
so it kind of breaks free from the soil, kind of and lets this large shriek. There seems to be like an opening in the tuba, and it's this horrible high-pitched screaming. Can everyone within a 30-foot radius?
This is here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Ooh.
Well, that's convenient.
But I believe that hits everyone else. Can you all make me a wisdom saving
unplanned,
throw?
18.
That passes.
20.
That passes.
15.
That passes.
18.
Second?
18.
Fair enough. This thing shrieks, but maybe Thrash sticks a foot in its mouth and shuts it up. And you guys kind of like, oh, that's horrible, but you're able to.
My guy just goes completely stunned. Just goes.
Oh, you're switching from to another.
No.
So that screech.
It's genuinely quite scary.
And it's also going to make a couple attacks with vines. So
How long you get? Okay, go.
who am I going to do this with? Well, there's the two immediately right in front of it. I'll go
3 in front of it.
That is true. I'll randomize who's going to get hit. I'm going to do it.
I love this. I love the giant with the pigeon on it. It's just like the
Alright,
best
so
battle for
we
me.
go for Thrash for this one, which is.
I think it's worth mentioning. I don't know how it works mechanically. I can use protection because he's within 5 foot
Mhm.
to use my reaction, if I'm allowed to use that, to impose disadvantage on an attack roll.
You can.
Yes, you
There
can
we go.
use this to. Yeah, would you like to do that?
I
first?
would. I'll protect my friend
Cool.
as best as I can.
Well, that would have been a 14, but with a re-roll, that is a 9. So there's a 9 hit.
Is that straight off my health? Or...
That'll be your
Armor
AC.
class. So he needs to equal or beat that too. So
Okay,
9
so
does not
that's
hit.
15, yeah.
Yeah, so 9 does not hit, so you're fine. This vine lashes towards you. You're able to bat it out of the way with your club. The other one's going to go for Mr. Benedict, which is also a 9.
He misses.
Great. And that will be that. We'll then go to. Who is next? It would then be Thrash.
I think I'm staring into a bit of a rage because it's trying to get me, and I'm not very happy. I think it's a big club problem. So I've got them all out again.
That is such an awesome characterization from just choice of weapons. I love
Two
it.
types of problem.
Yeah, yeah. Big club problem. Small club problem.
So I'm just going to give a jolly good thump, really.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to it.
Roll to hit.
I've already forgotten. Am I rolling
D20.
D20 to
And
hit?
add 5. Oh,
It's a 6.
Well, it's
which
a
is a
nat
1.
Oh,
Plus
another
5
one.
is a 6.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
also get the D4, but I don't think it's going to help in that
So
one.
I'm going to say with a nat 1. Barney, can you give me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, no.
As I feel like Thrash trips on a vine
And
potentially.
I've got a bloody pigeon on my head.
Yeah, that's one way you
So I
missed.
couldn't get a proper swing because I had to avoid the
Well,
pigeon.
you're holding the club, you go to swing back and
I got 15.
Okay, 15 is pretty good. So I'd say as Thrash is trying to regain balance, you fall off, but you're able to perfectly regain. You flutter down, no problem. You knew it was going to happen at some
Thank
point.
you.
And I'll let you land within 5 feet.
There you go, let's pop in there.
Great. So if that's all, Chloe,
Yeah.
I will move to Tom.
Okay.
You're going to go and try and convert this one. I know.
Oh, you're still.
He's still catatonic.
We can skip your turn if you like.
Skipping my turn.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
In that case, it will take another action. The creature has another turn. So, layer action. I'm going to. Can everyone within 5 feet
Okay.
give
Everyone
me
except me.
give me a dexterity saving throws? Vines lash around.
Oh no.
no.
Oh,
dear.
Oh,
So 1 and a 3 so far.
Do I get a thing since I'm catatonic?
Because you didn't take a turn, I'll give you advantage on this just because you've done nothing else.
60. Oh no, it's a 60.
In your
Plus
meditative state,
3.
you are,
19.
immune to all this.
I'm just in my zen.
But
Right, it wouldn't
you
surprise me
two,
if monks were proficient in
unfortunately,
dexterity
as these vines
saves.
whip around, you guys can get
Just for
knocked
future.
prone
So,
and take d4 damage each. So for you, bonus 1. For you, Chloe, that's 3. So that would just be bludgeoning damage.
That's
yeah, your
off of our hit
your
points,
your
is
saving
it?
throw
Yes.
proficiency for
So
strength and
minus
dex.
3.
So you actually get another. You add your proficiency bonus to those as well. So that would have been a 16 plus 3 plus 2 is 21.
Great.
Indeed.
Paul then moves to
Just standing in a trance and just sways at the moment. That's what he's saying.
It's like in a game where you go like, oh, there's an enemy there, and you try to get them, and then they don't know you're there. They perfectly manage to dodge everything you throw at them. Yes.
Okay. Stupid plant, your doom is upon you. Can you make a... Oh, I can't remember what it is. That's the one thing this sheet doesn't have. It's annoying. They've managed to... Well, maybe it's just because I wrote it down here. You're doing Toll the Dead on it. Can it make a wisdom saving throw, please?
You can indeed.
Um,
How wisdomous is it? I can't imagine it's particularly wisdomous. Oh, okay, fair enough. 11.
okay, that's a fail. And has it been damaged?
It has been damaged.
Marvellous. Oh, I remember that. So just around you next to it, the air grows cold slightly around you briefly, and you hear the sound of a bell toll, and the thing kind of, I don't know, just takes some damage out of nowhere, I guess. A few bits of leaves start withering, and bits of it. And it takes 2 necrotic damage. D12, man.
You get a sense that, like, that was a pretty good. You hit it pretty well. I mean, you feel like you're trying to hurt it with like sound here of the bell, but it's screeching out. It has some like defenses or something.
It doesn't care. Like one little leaf curls up and drops off.
Is there anything you'd like to do?
No.
I will go back to top of initiative. So Alan.
First thing Alan does is yell at Bishop Benedict Buzzington. Oi, mate, get up, son. Wake up, man. You're going to get eaten by this plant thingy. Wake up, you idiot. Unfortunately, because Gideon fell off, he doesn't have a good angle to hit the plant with anymore. So I think I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, and then can I like make the Spiritual Weapon flank by putting it over like here? Cool.
Definitely.
I will do that. And is it just a spell attack and then it's like D8? Is it?
Oh, you've already got one of them.
Yeah, you can roll a melee spell attack with it, and 1d8.
Oh,
force
cool!
damage.
That too. Love those. So that's an 8 plus 1 for flank, I believe.
Unfortunately,
That's like a 9.
a 9 does not hit.
Oh.
It tries to swipe. It's moving around too much to land a blow. You still got your action though, because that was just your bonus action to cast that spell.
Oh my god, back up.
That
I
consumes
can
a level 2 spell slot for that.
Yes. I can cantrip, right?
Yeah.
I will Sacred Flame it then. So it needs to make is it dexterity?
Yep.
Check. DC
That's
14.
a 8.
Nice. So it can take 8 damage.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Let me check if I want to move. I think because I want to move to this side of it now that Gideon's in the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll live here.
Gideon, it's your turn.
I'm not going to overcomplicate it. I'm just having another good honest slash at him. Roll a 2.
Good.
That's fine.
You can add a D4.
Unfortunately, because both of you guys got knocked prone actually, so you can put your characters on the side, but you can stand up to use by using half your movement if you like.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Standing back up.
But we'll say that Thrash is still currently prone. from being. So you can always tilt them over to that side. So I think I have little prone. Actually, where are they? Oh, here. I think there are prone ones here, but we can just tilt them over, so it's fine.
Oh, we're going to hang rings off people.
All the rings. They're fun.
Whoever gets the most can be the Lord of the Rings.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Fanny?
No, he's still going to stay up in its face and just try and look brave.
Yeah, sure.
Do his best.
We'll then go to it. So again, it's going to make another shriek. So if anyone within 30 feet can make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. No, 13.
8.
16.
20.
Okay, so half and half. So Gideon and Benedict, you guys again are fine. You're kind of ready for it this time. You know, you kind of block your ears. Well, you're catatonic anyway. Whereas you two, Thrash and Alan, catches you, you know, again, and you know you're not able to get your foot in its mouth this time. It properly blasts you with that screech. So you guys are going to become poisoned for. Well,
yes, I can get more rings out.
Oh, they're not happy about that. You don't get the chance to do the rings normally.
No,
Strong
I know.
campaign.
Usually the guy at the wrong end of the table.
Oh. So at least for now, you guys are poisoned. So what that
Chloe
means
is definitely the Lord of the Rings currently.
There's even a rage ring, I think, as well.
Oh, I'll get you a rage ring as well.
Oh,
It's
yeah. I'm
raging.
going to start raging, to be honest, after being screeched at.
There we go.
Yeah. So poisoned, for people to know, poison creatures disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So pretty nasty effect. So you kind of feel kind of ill and queasy hearing this, and you're like, ugh. And it's going to make 2 vine attacks. So I think there'll be one against Gideon, and that's a nat 1. Okay, so it tries to flash, you know, a vine at you, but you grab hold of the vine. So if your next attack, if you remind me, I'll give you a bonus to hit it here as you manage to grab hold of it.
Nice.
Then who's going to hit out of you two? You're next to it. Actually, you know what? It's got vines all over the place, so I'll include everyone in that. 2. Okay. That's going to go for you, Alan.
Me? Oh my god.
Never mind, that's another nat 1. Or double that one. Great. Again, it tries to flash, like, you know, hit you with a vine, and maybe you like manage to jump up and down and stomp on it, you know.
I'm not trying to stomp on it, I'm just like panicking, oh! And I accidentally stomp on it.
So can you roll me a d4 of damage there? I'll say it takes.
2.
Great. So that was
So we need D4.
shouldn't have made
That's
those 2
cool.
attacks. It just made it worse.
It's a thing that's weighted so that it will land. Oh, I
It will
guess-
not, but it still counts as the
That's still
number
a
that-
2. That's
yeah.
See,
It's weighted but evenly weighted.
It's
That's
not,
what it
yeah,
is. It's quite cool when it lands like that. So then you're like, what's this thing? That's quite cool. Cooler thing than the sort of. It kind of looks like, it feels like it rolls more rather than just thud.
yeah, that's pretty cool. I think the worst kind of D4s are these where the numbers like aren't actually on the top.
No,
of
yeah,
the
it's like,
dice.
around, you've got to read it around the bottom of the pyramid.
Yeah.
Next is Thrash.
I think I might just step to the side or got to stand up if I can to no longer be prone. Is that possible?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you're able to.
Wherever
I
that
think
one
prone
is.
was the very first one, which was dumb of me to put that there.
Right. And then I'm just going to square up to it like, right, serious now.
Yep.
Get the big maul out and give him a smack.
I like how.
Oh, I'm definitely raging.
I like how you
now,
lost
so-
Don't forget your extra D4.
Like he lost his flank there, but I don't think he's intelligent enough to know how to flank.
I don't actually have that as a weapon. It's just my little Lego guy. So I'm rolling the D20 and the D4 right
Yeah.
now.
That's the bless. Oh, you have to need to roll D20 again. Sorry, you're poisoned, so you're attacking with disadvantage. So it was an 18 on the first one?
Yeah.
And a 14. That's pretty good.
Works.
Fine.
14 and 3 and 5. That's a lot.
22.
22 hits. Roll for damage.
Nice. Right, damage. I need 2d6 plus 3. 6. And 6. 6 plus 3, 9. Do I plus 2 if I'm raging?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
11.
that's 11 then.
11, please.
Great. You do quite a bit there. It's again starting to look very. You've chopped quite a few vines off. You're slashing it off. You know, there's only a few vines left on it, and it looks mostly defeated now from that. We will then move.
Stupid plant. Loud plant.
You're not wrong. We will then move to Tom.
I come out of my catatonic state. Good God, what is this? What?
Well, have you not seen the big plant thing attacking everyone?
Quite clearly not.
Kill it!
You're stupid or something.
I turn around.
Oh no.
We do shit.
That's your attack.
I was like, I hear Khas say, kill it. I was like,
I like there's a Lego head on the
Okay.
back of his head who looks really angry at Alan.
over. And I punch it right in the nose.
Does it have a nose?
Guessing.
I was gonna say
oh, you
Alan.
are actually range of it.
Yeah, you can decide where the nose is and punch it right there. If there was a nose, there's not going to be a nose anymore.
Exactly.
So roll to hit.
Right in the
What you miss?
stamen? What's
Your
the...
stamen or
Yeah.
right in the.
Right in the sting.
Oh.
Yeah, two.
Probably not a hit. However, you can now use your bonus action if you want to.
I use my bonus
You
action.
can. You can spend a
You
key
can spend a
point.
key to do 2 of them if you like. No, he just gets 1 for free.
Oh, you just get one for free.
Yeah, you can always make 1 extra attack as a bonus for free, but if he spends a key point, it becomes 2 extra attacks.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
you
good
got
hit.
enough bonuses to
7. What's the added bonuses?
proficiency and strength, I think.
So proficiency's 2.
9.
It'll be dex.
Dex, which is plus 3.
I think you can attack with dex with monks'
12.
weapons.
Yes, you can do dex with mouse weapons.
12.
Fortunate 12 isn't you had a few punches, but you feel like you're hitting the right spot here. You know, this nose, maybe this nose is not where, maybe you need to go for a different spot here. Are you going to spend a key point to do an extra flurry of blows, or you leave that?
I've just woken up. I want to get my exercise in for the morning. I'm gonna
It's
go
turning into like a JoJo moment where he's throwing all these punches at the guy who's just kind of standing there, not taking any damage.
Oh, God! I think I liked you better when you were catatonic. Oh, man. That is brutal. A 2 and a 7 and a 1.
I so unfortunately with a 1. I'm going to say you're throwing all these punches, but you know what I mean? I just mentioned that the thing just wraps your hands around with like vines or something. It's going to constrict you a little bit, and you're going to have to. So it might make it a little bit harder next time to throw punches. That's so funny. Right. It will then take its action, and again, it's going to try to do that sweeping attack. So could everyone within 5 feet do a dexterity save?
Do I get a negative? Do I get a disadvantage because it's currently got me tied up?
I'll give you a -1 to roll.
It's 11.
14.
14.
See, now you can roll.
Yeah.
Well,
that is 17.
17, very good. So it's got you tied, and but you're kind of like, well, what do I do? So you're a bit more wary when the next vines come round and jump over them.
Yeah.
You two, you're getting in there, you're pummeling her, you're a bit distracted, and you're both going to get hit there by that vine. So that's going to be a d4 of damage on top for you guys, and you're going to fall prone. So you guys can.
So it's -4, is it?
Hold on. So two for you, right, and 1 for you, Barney. Great, and then it is Tim. Khas.
Quick question: what
Yes.
did you decide about short and long rests and stuff between sessions?
That each session, you'll have taken a short rest.
Cool.
After it.
Okay.
And then after 3 sessions,
Long.
you guys can take a long.
Yeah, I was just checking whether my channel divinity came back,
Mm.
which it did. Yay! So I'm going to try and do something different. I'm going to take 1 step forward tentatively, and then I'm going to. No. I'm not really tentative. Why the hell would I be tentative? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had enough of this idiot. I'm going to charge in.
Oh, flank.
Yeah, with some flanks, I guess 1. And I'm going to roll my cantrip, which is going to be primal savagery. So I'm just going to, just at your shoulders, you see Khas appear, and he just starts like reaching in with, again, kind of slightly glowing green things over his hands, like he's reaching in and starting actually tearing at the thing, with his actual hand. So that is...
You bless them?
Oh yes, I am blessed. I will bless. 3, that's 15, plus 6 is 21, plus 1 for flanking is 22.
Yes, that hits.
Yay! So we will do a d10 of acid damage. So I'm sort of, you can see as I'm tearing at it, there's like the bits that are tearing away are kind of dissolving. That's 6. And I'm going to expend my use of channel divinity to do touch of death. So, as I get a good grip on one bit of it, I kind of, another little surge of green power goes down my hand and into the thing, and it sort of bucks and flails a little bit, and you kind of smell rotting compost suddenly, and like a couple of the vines start, decomposing rapidly in front of your eyes. So it can take, in addition to that, 13 necrotic damage.
You would describe.
Yay! I think I kind of did. Yeah, it's sort of, death energy goes in, and it sort of breaks apart.
Okay.
But it breaks apart and starts various bits of it. Hopefully not the bits we want, but various bits of it start decomposing.
We need this plan.
The main tuber there, that mandrake, it starts to decompose, but all the other ones are fine, and the vines around kind of wither down a little bit, but all the other mandrakes seem fine.
I told you we should have gone for the little ones. It was a bit dangerous, wasn't it?
I think we did it. We dealt with it perfectly, in my
I'm
opinion.
a little annoyed that bigger man or older man didn't tell us that there were going to be stuff that were attacking us and screaming at us. Well, I said it was screaming at us, but it nearly.
Told you.
We are absolutely doing his dirty work.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not very happy about that. He just needed to get the weeds picked and didn't want to do it himself.
I told you he was a fraud.
Yeah.
I thought he was quite a chill person.
Cool. We're going to sort of harvest some parts, I guess.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what a mandrake root looks like?
Nope.
I'm guessing if you just pick up a mandrake and we just chop off its legs.
So cruel.
They have legs?
Roots.
Can I roll a nature to see if I can identify?
Yeah, you're welcome to roll nature.
Yep, we're out of combat again. 21.
Yeah, you as you're kind of studying this larger mandrake in the middle, you're thinking I can picture this on a smaller scale. It's got these vines. It's probably got some roots. So to get the mandrake roots, you cut them off or take the whole mandrake. But you think if this thing, when it got lifted up, started screaming, maybe these little guys are going to start screaming as well.
That's clever, that. I'm glad the DM thought of that for me.
That's what the Khas thought of.
I was going to say, yeah, thanks.
You got 23, that's good.
Cool, we've got some mandrake roots. I suppose we've
Anyway, Benedict, do you remember that bit when you were, for quite a while, you were like not really saying anything and not really doing anything?
Yes, are you quite well?
I am perfectly well, thank you.
What was happening when you weren't really saying anything or any of that?
Well, nothing. All of a sudden, this whatever it was, mandrake just appeared out of nowhere in front of me.
All of a sudden,
Do you remember walking up to it?
Yes, of course I remember walking up to it. Well, not walking up to it. It was just leaves on the floor. But
wait, it all of a sudden turned from leaves on the floor into the big mandrake monster.
yes, it turned from leaves on the floor to a big mandrake monster
Well,
just in front of me.
that would explain why you were flailing around in a mad panic, so understandable.
That was not a mad panic. That was that was a flurry of confidence, my good sir.
Oh, you were trying to lure it into a false sense of security, were you?
Exactly.
When you were failing to punch it over and over again.
No, I was not failing.
Well, you were.
That was my intent. Was to not hurt it.
You succeeded.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Admirably.
It still ended up a little bit hurt-like, but at least it wasn't you doing it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I am a peaceful, humble individual. Thank you very much.
Well, now you're making me doubt
Right,
if
let's go.
you're even an individual.
Let us go back to Mystic Tortle. Oh, he's using
Yeah,
his
I've
own
got a
feet.
couple of words to say.
Stretching my legs.
I'm
Yeah,
just following. I'm sure really what all that was about and whether we've achieved what we needed to.
I show you the mandrake roots that I've harvested and give you a thumbs up.
Herb.
Hello.
No, yeah.
Oh no, he's on a different rock.
Now
we all look stupid.
You guys come up, you've trekked your way back up for like 15 minutes or so, and you find old Joe. He's got a large cauldron, a comically large, with some water bubbling away, and it's got a little fire going underneath. And again, he is sitting on several, stacked rocks, going, and he's like moving around a spatula or like a ladle.
No, listen just 1 second, Turtle Man. You told us that there were going to be screaming plants there, and yeah, sure enough, they did scream. But you didn't say there'd be massive, dangerous plants that were going to try and actually attack us, right?
Did you attack us? They were trying to hug us.
Shut up! Shut up, you absolute idiot moron! You
You didn't even know what water
weren't
was,
even
my
there
good
for
sir.
half the fight. Right, shut up.
I was there for the entire fight. What are you?
You weren't mentally there, you were off in another planet, weren't you? Right. I think you should at least be telling us what we're going to be getting ourselves into. We could have been a lot worse, we could have been killed. Now, is there going to be any really dangerous things that might end up killing one of us in the next place we're going to be going to?
Please.
Were you patient? Did you rush in head first?
Well, he did.
I did not.
He said the thing.
I simply just walked
I
up to
said
him
we
to
should
ask
be
you a
going for
question.
one of the little ones, and he went straight up to the big thing and ended up getting its roots
Like
all
my good
decayed
friend
and
Thrash said, the bigger the better.
turning it to compost.
You guys bombarding him, shouting at him. He's like, one at a time, please. I'm brewing. Have you got
Okay.
the ingredients?
What's next? And will there be anything that will kill us? Because he's very scared.
And why are you asking then? Why are you just telling me to shut up? I think you're quite scared too, mate.
But I'm simply asking on your behalf.
I can
You were
I can
flailing around like an
do
idiot.
that
with your
myself,
words.
thank you very little.
You were flailing around like an idiot. Please.
I was you should have seen him there trying to punch something. He did it like 4 or 5 times and he never got a punch in.
I sense conflict.
Oh, you are a perceptive individual.
Thank you. I have trained many years, and still people will shout and jump. But if you are precious patient, you wouldn't have had such problems. That is my words to you, is maybe don't run head first in and you might find that.
I'm just getting angry, like, herb snail not help, not good, not bad, just
Love.
just very frustrating for Thrash, not really understanding why you're not just getting to the point, getting the job done.
Yeah, where we going next? And also, I'd like a bit of advice about dealing with a crazy person if you.
Well, as a crazy person myself, I would have plenty of advice. But I thought you were all rushing around, as Thrash says there. Rush, rush, rush.
I want to go home.
Look at him. Pathetic.
Thrash, if you but wait a moment, your problems will be much more solvable, you'll find.
Stone men die. Must rush.
Well, have you got the mandrake roots?
Yeah,
I passed them over.
No thanks to him.
Delicious. He pops them in, stews around. Next, I will need. I'll need a frost shard. Down below, there's a cave of an old friend who, as I said earlier, sleeps in the warmth, that warm breeze, but awakens in the winter. Perhaps you can talk and get a shard from him, unless you want to run head first in hitting everything.
Is he a nice, normal friend, or is he a really dangerous friend who's going to try and kill us?
Is that not defined by your behavior?
No.
Well, no, because as I've learned, like some people will just kind of try and attack you as soon as they meet you. Is that going to be like those trees we saw a couple of days ago? They were just like straight up trying to attack us, weren't they? Really rude.
Do you want to know?
All right.
A little bit closer. A little closer.
Can I
All right.
secret?
I'm very old and I've forgotten. Maybe. I don't know. You see, I'm crazy. Good luck.
All these people.
Well, this is feeling more and more like a fool's errand at every moment.
Stirring up this big pot, it starts to change colour a little bit.
Thrash, what sound calms you? Pigeon sound.
No, quiet.
Quiet. Oh.
There's too much talk he doesn't understand. He gets very confused and frustrated and angry. So just when no one's talking, he knows you're just like going about your tasks. So just quiet. No sound.
No, sadly, that's not a thing. Never mind.
I create the sound of. Is that good? Try to use thaumaturgy or something.
Yeah, just it does various things. I was wondering if, like, when Thrash gets like starts getting frustrated with conversation, I could distract him with like pretty colours or something. But yeah, sadly, I can create an instantaneous sound, but I cannot create silence.
Oh, dear,
Sadly.
sorry.
Would you be distracted by harmless tremors in the ground? Probably not.
Maybe not. Again, it would seem more like something to fight.
Oh dear. Yeah, I don't think any of that's going to help. Never mind. We'll just have to hope.
I don't rage.
Rage and just decapitate Mr. Tortle before he's made stuff.
We're just saying something with a club.
Oh no, I could see Thrash knocking the head straight off with a club, like golf ball style.
Like what must happen to that goat, you know?
Yeah.
Just demolished.
Smash the head over.
Okay.
Let's be on our way then.
Which way do we need to go now?
Oh, but just down that way, and he'll gesture a little path that wanders off down below. He's not far.
Gonna form up in the normal formation? Or?
I'm not going near the front.
Fine.
Alan gets on the stairs at the back this time.
Okay.
We
Something like that.
save stone men now.
So if yeah.
Two more plants.
Ah.
I am going to find a way to calm you with thaumaturgy. I don't know at the moment. Cool.
At that, as it's now 10:30, I will pause the session. And we can carry on next week. Or whoever ends up signing up.
Cool.
That's all right.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.